financial crisis, a couple of things have changed. On one hand, an exploding regulatory burden, which makes, of course, banking more expensive, like, for example, liquidity ratio, the capital underpinning rules, many others, MiFID II, and other regulations. On the other hand, you have a ever more demanding customer. Loyalty, is going away. Capital gets more mobile. And the technology helps in this, creates transparency, makes capital even more mobile, and gives the customer choice. It's a customer pull nowadays, not anymore a product push model. So banks face some challenges, and on top of this, the technology has now opened up for new entrants, the so-called fintechs that enter that space, filling up that gap. So this is the challenge of today's private bank. Having said that there's eroding margins through a high regulatory burden, which has to be financed and executed, and the deleveraging of the balance sheet. This means that cost effectiveness is absolute key. Besides the skills to become compliant with all these regulations, cost effectiveness is key, and all these cloud technologies, etc., have allowed for other sourcing models. And I think the non-differentiating part of the value chain of the bank, industrial players like Avaloq can do a better job, while the average bank we onboard onto our operation centers operate at 26 basis points before. After, we can operate below 10. So this is one chance, and it gives them also the opportunity to focus on their core competence, which should be dealing with the customer and not industrial operations. The operations effectiveness and excellence is a factor of two major drivers, which is automation and scale. We have both. As software providers, we can increase the straight-through processing rate, the rate of automation, and if you have a multi-tenant platform, you can do the same job once and distribute multiple, so it's also a matter of scale. I think the conference also helped in getting these messages through, because if you have such a dynamic, fast-changing environment, the skilled people, the thought leaders, have an educational job to do, and the exchange with all parties in the industry, with regulators, with private bankers, with fintechs, with ourselves, is a very important framework, to share thoughts and actually shape the industry.